Hello Rohit, how are you?
Yeah, hello. I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. So I got your profile for evaluation. So can you tell me about your skill set and previous project you worked on?
Yeah, actually, I worked in a Java related project where I work on core Java, Spring Boot, Spring Security, microservices, MySQL database. And I worked in a banking domain project. Basically, I have been working in an IT industry for around 2.5 years.
Okay, good. So we will start with core Java. Then we will discuss the question related to Spring Boot and database.
Yeah, okay.
So can you tell me the difference between abstract class and interface?
Yeah, actually, abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract methods, and interface can have only abstract methods. Since Java 8, it can have default and static method also. Okay, and abstract classes can have methods with implementations, whereas interface provides absolute abstractions and cannot have any method implementation. So we can say abstract class achieve partial abstraction whereas interface achieve fully abstraction. Abstract class can have final, non-final, static and non-static variables, whereas interface has only static and final variables. And abstract class does not support multiple inheritance, and interface support multiple inheritance.
Okay. Why abstract class not support multiple inheritance?
Okay, the reason behind this is to prevent ambiguity. Consider a case where class C extend class A and class B, and both class A and class B have same method print. Okay, now Java compiler cannot decide which print method it should inherit. To prevent such situation, multiple inheritance is not allowed in Java, but we can achieve multiple inheritance through interfaces because interface contains only abstract methods which implementation is provided by the subclass.
Okay. When should we use abstract class and interfaces?
Okay, so if you need to provide a base for a hierarchy of classes or provide a common implementation, then you should use abstract classes. And if you need to define behavior that can be implemented by multiple in unrelated classes, then you should go for interfaces.
Okay. Do you know how to handle exception in Java?
Yeah, there is a construct of try, catch, or finally block. Okay, so you can place the code that might generate an exception inside the try block. When exception occurs, it is caught by the catch block, and the catch block cannot be used without the try block. Okay, and the finally block is always executed, no matter whether there is an exception or not. And finally block majorly used to put important codes such as cleanup codes, for example closing the file or closing the connections. For each try block, there can be only one finally block.
Okay. Can I have multiple catch block with single try block?
Yes, you can have multiple catch block with only try block. Okay, with one try block. Okay, while using multiple catch block, there is one rule that you have to follow, where you have to handle more specific exception first. Then you have to catch the more generalized exception.
Okay. What is the difference between string buffer, and string builder?
Okay, so string is an immutable, whereas string buffer and string builder are mutable classes in Java, and string buffer is thread safe and synchronized, whereas string builder is not thread safe or non synchronized. That's why string buffer is faster than string builder. Builder is faster than string buffer.
Okay. What is string class in Java, and how do you compare the strings?
Okay, so string is an immutable entity in Java. That means once you create the string, uh, once you create the string, suppose I create the string cricket, and if I will try to change it, a new object will create. Okay, and cricket a new object will created. Okay, the original cricket object will not change. There are two ways to compare the string, and the one is double equal operator and the other is dot equal methods. Okay, and double equal operator just check for the reference comparison, and dot equal method check the actual content comparison. Suppose if I have string s1 is equal to string s1 is equal to cricket, okay, and string s2 is equal to new string cricket. Okay, so if I will use if s1 double equal s2, then it will compare the reference. Okay, and if I will use s1 dot equal method s2, then it will check the actual content and gives us the and gives us the result true. So this is how we do string comparison in Java.
Okay, so you said string is an immutable entity in Java. So can you tell me how to create a immutable class in Java?
Yes, you can have a class, and you can have a class, and to create an immutable class, I think you can make your instance variable private so that direct access is not allowed. And you can set the values for the instance variable only through the constructor. Okay, and only provide the getter methods in your classes, and don't provide the setter methods in your classes, so no one set the values in your class. Okay, and make all the mutable fields final, so that a field's value can be assigned only once. Okay, and declare the class as final so it cannot be extended. So this is how we can make a class immutable in Java.
Okay, what is the difference between has set and has map?
Okay, so hash set contains only values, whereas hash map contains key value pair, and hash set can be iterated, but hash map needs to convert into set to be iterated. Okay, and hash set implements set interface, whereas hash map implements map interface, and hash set cannot have any duplicate values, whereas hash map can contain duplicate values, but with unique keys. Okay, and hash set contains the only single number of null values, whereas hash map can hold a single null key while n numbers of null values.
Okay, so have you worked on Java 8?
Yes, I worked on Java 8 version.
Okay, what are the newly added features in Java 8?
Yeah, there are lots of features in Java, like functional interfaces, lambda expression, default and static method in interfaces, stream API, optional classes, method reference, date and time API. These are the features in Java 8.
Okay, what is stream?
Okay, so Stream API is used to process collection of objects. Stream in Java is a sequence of objects that supports various methods which can be pipelined to produce the desired result. Okay, and Stream API enable us to perform operations like filtering, mapping, reducing, and sorting. There are two types of operations in stream, like intermediate operations and terminal operations. So intermediate operations are the type of operations in which multiple methods are checked in a row. Okay, and and intermediate operation transform a stream into another stream. For example, map, filter, sorted are some intermediate operations, and terminal operations are the type of operation that returns the result. These operations are not processed further, just return a final result value. Okay, and for example, collect, for each method, reduce method are some terminal operations in stream.
Okay. So this is a list of integer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
10, 15, 20, 25, and 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have to find out all the even numbers by using stream. How will you do that?
Okay, we have to find all the even numbers in given list. Okay, so suppose we have a list one. Okay, list one, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so by using filter method, we will find out all the even numbers in given list. We have to call stream method in list, list dot stream method, and we will use filter method like dot filter, and inside the filter method, we use like n arrow, n modulus 2 equal to 0. So n will be if n will show all the list values one by one, and every value will check like modulus 2 equal to 0. If the it will if this condition will true, then that value will be even. So by using for each method, we will print those even values.
Okay. Next, there is a list of integer, and you have to find out all the duplicate elements in a given list. Suppose the list is 10, 15, 20, 15, 25, and 20, and the output will be 15 and 20 because 15 and 20 are duplicate in this list.
Okay, we have to find out all the duplicates numbers in given
Yeah.
list. Okay, so
Yeah.
we by using we first of all we will call the stream method, like a list dot stream dot filter, and inside the uh, before doing this, we have to declare a hash set. Okay, declare a hash set of integer. Okay, and then we will call the stream method in list, like list dot stream dot filter, and inside the filter method, we will use like an arrow, and take one by one values from the list, and add those values in the set, and we will filter all those values which will not add into the set. We will find those value and print those value. Okay, because set don't have duplicates value. So if we will add one value in set, and then if we will try to add duplicates value, then it will not add into the hash set. So we will find out those values and print by using for each method.
Hmm. Okay, good. So you mentioned the Spring and Spring Boot. So now let's discuss on these.
Yeah, okay.
So what is IOC and dependency injection?
Okay, so IOC stands for inversion of control. Basically, IOC is a container, and this is the core of Spring Framework. It creates the object, configures and assembles their dependencies, and manage their entire life cycle. And dependency injection is a design pattern which implements IOC principles. And dependency injection provides objects that an object needs. Let's say a class X is dependent on Y, class Y. So rather than creating object of Y within class X, we can inject the dependency via a constructor or setter injection.
Okay. What is difference between at the rate rest controller and at the rate controller annotation?
Okay, so at the rate controller annotation basically map of basically at the rate controller annotation basically uh, 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 return the HTML or HTML or template and make it human readable. But at the rate REST controller return the simply return the objects and object data is directly written in HTTP response or JSON or XML.
Okay. Do you know about the actuator?
Uh, Yes, I use actuators. Basically, an actuator is an additional feature of Spring that helps you to monitor and manage your application when you push it to the production. Okay, these actuators includes auditing, health, CPU uses, HTTP hits, and metrics gathering, and many more that are automatically applied to your application. Actuators basically provides some endpoints used for monitoring the application, for example health info, beans, mappings, HTTP trace, etc.
Okay. Can we change the port of Tomcat server?
Yes, you can change the port of Tomcat server in the basically in the application dot properties file. There is a specific property basically known as a server dot port. So you can write your required port like server dot port is equal to 8080 or server dot port is equal to 8081.
Okay. But if I don't want to run my application on Tomcat server, is there any way by which I can run my application on different server?
Yes, you can change your embedded server from Tomcat to Jetty server. Okay, there's a way like you have to add Jetty dependency in the application dot property file and exclude the Tomcat server by using exclude attributes.
Okay, fine. I am done from my side. Do you have any question?
No, I don't have any such questions. I just want to know when can I expect my result.
Okay, so I will share my feedback with the HR and HR will connect with you.
Okay, okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, bye.